And welcome back to the Campfire Podcast. Your host, Waffles. Got Julian, Myles, and a very special guest.
Way.
Damn. My name's Asaad. No, are you sure? How are you gonna introduce me?
This is my friend Asaad. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
What's up, y'all? It's nice to be here with y'all.
Thank you for coming here, on this virtual podcast. We might be back in person when we graduate. Who knows how long this is gonna last, but we're trying.
Well,
we'll see when we get.
We'll see.
Maybe
We'll see.
Yeah.
But everybody, welcome Asaad. We have a few things planned. Christian is gonna give like a little brief backstory on who he is, interests, things like that. I've prepared 5 questions so that we can have a little bit of fun before we get into the rest of the topics for the podcast. So I'm gonna pass it off to Christian. We're gonna see what's happening.
Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm just an icon, I don't know. All this shit just wasn't working. My camera's just not working. So I got Waffles. Yeah. To start off, story of how I met us. Upon a time back in years ago, yeah. Me and Asaad were in this program called EOF at our college. So first day, we're going up to the rooms in buildings. Away. So to go back downstairs to one of the buildings on campus to have. I walk in the elevator. I see this black fellow with locks. I see this other gentleman with locks. He looks at me. I look at him. That's when I knew.
Bro,
the phrasing was a little suspect, but hey.
We walk into the elevator. He sees me. Compliments my locks. Compliments my locks. And fast forward a couple more, sitting at the same table for whatever. So I get to know him there. A couple months pass and we start like hanging out like our friends. I didn't really like get to know him. Really close friends. One night when we went together.
Valid.
That was the true start of the friendship, man. That right there.
He's been one of my closest friends.
That's hard. Hey, so wait, you a painter? Wait, what's your major?
My major?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just there to do a class, but my actual major is exercise science.
That's hard. What you want to do? Exercise science.
Trying to become a personal trainer or a physical therapist.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Hard. You see, I thought about doing that. I'm about to say pay good. I thought about doing it, and then I saw the science classes, and I said, not for me.
Yeah,
no.
Science is very overrated after high school. It's just hell. Then math too,
and Spanish for you.
Oh, Spanish! Jesus Christ! Don't get me started. Restarted. I don't want to talk about Spanish.
Anyway. Wait, so what?
Oh no, I changed it to like grid mode because I had it like focused on you. Then your camera's still kind of.
I have to cut this out.
How much do you want to cut out?
Yeah, I guess we're leaving it in because
we'll leave it in. It's fine. Just
it's back there.
Yeah,
you're good now. Camera's fine. Yeah.
Great. Podcasting 101. Let's talk about technical difficulties in the podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, you can decide.
It's all good.
But continue.
It's all fine. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm moving on to the next section. I got 5 questions for you. We're gonna go in like in an order, but we'll figure that out later. But you're always gonna start first because you're the guest. You're the guest of honor.
No.
Makes sense.
So based on what Christian has told us, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
What are your top 5 Pokemon?
Bro. All right. Are we talking like just from personal preference or from like if they're actual good Pokemon?
Personal preference, like your own favorite.
All right. Let me conjure up this list real quick. All right. So first, I'm gonna have to go with my absolute favorite, Electivire, Electabuzz, Elekid. Like that line, like the entire
Okay.
line for the
Huh.
first.
Did not expect that.
I like the design. I think it's cool, but I don't fuck with the way you get it. Like you gotta like the way you get him is stupid as hell, but like it's a cool ass Pokemon.
That's valid.
All right, so two I'm gonna go with Dragonite.
Dragonite.
Okay.
Which one
The
does that go
classic.
evolve into? It or wait, I'm trying to think.
So it's Dratini and then
Dratini.
Dragon. Yeah, and then it becomes Dragonite.
Yeah.
Ash
Got you.
had one.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Got you.
yeah. Um, third, I don't know. Oh yeah, Infernape. Infernape.
Oh
That's my
yeah.
dog. That's my
Yo,
dog.
The anime,
Infernape, bro. Yo, from the
they hyped my
anime,
man up. I was like,
bro,
that's my goat.
That's
My
my
goat.
dog.
bro, easily one of actually the best Pokemon right there. Like, no doubt about it.
Honestly, no, on it.
And I fuck
But
with like, yeah,
they need a mega form for him though. That's the only thing. They definitely need a mega form for him.
Wouldn't be.
bro, definitely. But then if you give him a Mega Form, then you got to give the rest one too. Like
True.
the grass one and
Oh,
And
the
the
starters.
pain
Yeah.
was
Was
it
it
the pain?
the penguin was
Piplup.
the water one. Yeah, Piplup
Yeah,
was the water
Oh,
one.
that was
yeah,
the same generation.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That
Okay.
was saying yeah.
It was a penguin,
And
a monkey, and then I want to think
it
like
was
a
like
dinosaur.
it was like a turtle dinosaur with the world on
Yeah,
his back.
Oh
Yeah,
exactly.
I fuck with the design. I fuck with the
Yeah,
design.
they sure are.
Yeah.
Let me.
Um, four. Shit. Let me think hard for. Oh yes, Swampert.
Swampert?
These are a
Really?
lot of these are starters. Nah, I like Swampert because like I mean it's a water ground. Like that's
Oh
just like
yeah,
one of the best typing in the game, you know? But also like just think it looks cool.
the design. Wait, he's
Yeah,
evolved from a mud flap. Think of
yeah,
the right
like
one.
a mud kid. Yeah.
Mud kid. That's the one. Mud flap is the
Yeah.
flat one.
Yeah. It's wait, Muff. Yeah. And then five
What about
hmm,
never mind.
what?
I don't know. For I mean, one of my favorites was Oshawott.
Oshawott.
Really?
Yeah, but a lot of my
Actually,
favorite
I
Pokemon are
like
also
Oshawott
from the
too.
card. Oh no, it's like Oshawott.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah, yeah, I like what it becomes. It's like the samurai. It got like the
Yeah,
sword.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then I actually really like Mankey and like Primate
Mankey. Yeah, Primate and Mankey. I like them. They was valid.
from the anime too. That's actually the anime is how like I first like knew about it because Ash had like it's like one of the older episodes where like Ash was like there was a Mankey that just kept fucking with Ash and taking his hat. From what I remember, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
and then from the
I
games,
think that's
yeah,
how most people probably get into Pokemon. Cause it was the same thing with me. Like I got into Pokemon just from the show, and then I
Yeah.
think my
I
friend
mean,
had a few cards.
I tried to
yeah.
play the card game. Actually, no, I collected the cards for a little bit. I tried to play the card game, and I realized looking back at it, one, I never played the game right. First off, in
No
elementary
one
school,
did.
we were not
No
playing the
one
game
did.
right at all. Two, Pokemon the card game subpar. It's not hitting as a card game. I don't think. Like I look back at it now, I'm like, I wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and as I'm older, I'm like, Yu-Gi-Oh was the better card game. I like that game way better. It's more cohesive. It just plays way better. It's super complex now, and I don't want to play it anymore anyway. But when I was a kid, let somebody else in my school been a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, we would have been battling.
No, that was me with Beyblade. You talking about
Oh,
some Beyblade
Beyblade,
battles? Oh,
Beyblade.
I had the
Oh
Beyblades.
man.
Oh,
Beyblade.
Bakugan. I don't know if y'all did Bakugan.
Bakugan.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
I did a little
Yeah.
Mhm.
Grand Theft, tried to do a little Grand Theft for Bakugan. Try to get it like a one of those like you know those like containers that had a bunch of them in there. I
Yeah.
definitely went to Toys R Us, snuck it in my jacket. I was almost out. But then my mother noticed that I looked a little like I was holding something, and she was like, "What's in your jacket?" I was like, "Ah, no." So then she made me bring it back, and I had to say sorry for stealing. I was like, "Damn."
Damn.
Damn.
So yeah, this a little lore for anybody who's interested in our wiki, who's trying to write us down, create our wiki
Alright, Wiki.
page. Throw it in there.
What? I had never heard it.
Hey man, I went to Burger Gun. All right,
No,
my
that's too
cousin got
funny.
some for Christmas. I was like, damn, that should have been me.
You
So I
a
tried to
whole
make it
thief.
me, you know.
A whole thief is crazy. Let me think about my top five. My top five Pokemon. Top five probably be Lucario because of the locks. My boy got drip. Infernape, Greninja because of the anime. Because when him and Ash sort of like mimicked each other, whatever, that was hard for Greninja. What's the? Oh my goodness. Mewtwo. There you go. Mewtwo, and then what's the shark one? Garchomp. There you go.
Yo,
Garchomp. Garchomp's my dog. That's my guy.
decent. That's decent.
Yeah.
I don't really know my Pokemon like that, but if I was to go through, I would say Infernape definitely. Garchomp also. Anybody else? I won't put Vaporeon on there strictly for the meme degenerate reasons, not because I'm necessarily a fan of Vaporeon. All right, just got as guys.
What you mean by that?
You ain't heard about the memes?
What memes you mean? What
What you be
He
getting
says
into,
you don't know.
Julian?
If you know, you know. You don't know, you don't know. I'm not getting into more detail. All right, this is supposed to be a family-friendly podcast. All right, we only talk about the most savory and respectable topics. All right, Vaporeon's a great water type Pokemon. Safe for
In my face.
stuff.
Heavy, I got
Anyway,
a heavy side eye. Side eye.
Heavy side eye.
Anyway, hey. I was being honest about it. I didn't say I tried to pretend like, oh, Vaporeon's just a great Pokemon. But anyway, I don't know that I have. I'll throw Pikachu on there just because Pikachu's a classic. And Diglett also for the memes.
Hey, yo. Okay.
I said for a meme, the joke, not the actual, not degenerate, just the meme.
What? Yo, what do you be getting into? Actually, we'll get to that.
I
We'll
said
get
it
to
was
that after the podcast. We'll
I didn't
debunk
say
this after the
anything crazy
podcast.
this time, though.
My
Family
top
friendly podcast, I
five,
swear.
my top five, no particular order. I'll say probably Greninja because of the game, the cartoon, and in Smash.
Yeah.
I have to say Endile, the crocodile one.
Oh,
Oh, Sandow. Oh, you mean the one that turns into crocodile?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that got like the little
Um,
claws or whatever. Like the
yeah. He be wearing the sunglasses. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Talonflame. It's like a bird. It was in X and Y.
Oh yeah, no.
It's always on my
Yeah,
team
I'm
whenever I play that.
Yeah.
That's like my fly. Next is the wrestling one. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
I
like a
like him.
bird.
I
It's
like
the
the
same
wrestling.
type.
I like him. I
Yeah.
like it.
Last one. Mainly for the cartoon, because Snivy in the cartoon was mad sassy. I just fuck with. I just like Snivy.
Oh, Sassy Man Apocalypse. Oh, here we go. Here it's about how you act. Sorry.
That's my top five. With more thought, I'll probably make a
Valid.
different one, but that's like
Yeah, that's
That's
valid.
valid.
Yeah, it's valid.
That's
Yeah, I
valid.
like it.
So now my next question for you
Yep.
is Shadow, right? The hedgehog. If he was a human, would he be a black man?
we've had this discussion in real life before.
No.
Oh my, nah, no,
I
no,
don't know. I
he
don't know. I
is.
don't know about
Think
this
He
about
one.
it.
is.
Nah,
Not,
I don't
He
agree.
is.
You don't really
He
got
is.
Knuckles, yes.
black is
Knuckles,
in him.
100%.
Oh, Knuckles. Yes.
1,000%. Yes, he's black. Like
Knuckles is 100%. I'm telling you right now, though, Shadow is black. This dude skates. He rides a motorcycle. He's the only one that carries
No,
a
but I
gun.
don't know. But
Okay,
no one is
hey,
necessarily
Oh
black.
no,
That's
I
not
will
necessarily
say.
a black is.
I will say
Like, that's not.
Shadow. Shadow would definitely say that,
He would definitely
Exactly.
say the Edward,
but
I don't think
not in the
I don't
context
think
of
he's waiting
like
for the pass.
he
That's
wouldn't be
all
black
I'm
though.
saying.
He wouldn't be
He's
black
not waiting for
though.
the pass.
He just say it.
nah, he'll say the N word, but half the time he says it, you'll like be like,
It's like,
You know,
Side eye.
like
Side eye.
As I say,
like
Shadow's the type. Shadow, I don't think he's black because he would say the N word, but he's not waiting for the pass. He's saying it in your face, and he's daring you to say anything to him. All right, that's the kind of way. That's the kind of guy he seems like.
I would say Shadow's a black man. This dude is the only one that skates instead of runs, right? This dude is just too busy, in the skater rink, just doing spins and everything. He rides a motorcycle, and he's the only hedgehog out of all of them, the good, bad, and different, that carries a blicky on him. Like, bruh, that he gotta be black. Cause
Hey.
Knuckles is also black. Knuckles is also black.
Well,
But that's
yeah,
Myles.
but
if he isn't black,
Knuckles is
then what would you say he is?
If who?
If like
Huh?
Shadow isn't black, what would you say?
He's not, wherever he is, he's not
Ah,
white.
he's a white man.
yeah,
White
he's
man
not
from
white,
Kansas.
but I don't know. I
He
don't
grew up in the
know.
hood, but no.
That's funny. Third question. Favorite artist, like musical artist.
Oh, hmm. Let me see. You see, I like I like a lot of artists, but my favorite, never thought about like an absolute favorite. Maybe I'm more into like classic, like 2090s rap and hip hop.
Oh, valid.
And my longtime favorite was MF Doom for a while, for like a really long while, and I still fuck with him.
Nice.
Valid. I like that. I'm gonna say, for me, everybody knows this already. People on the podcast know this already. All my friends know this. Masego, he number one artist for me. My number one personal favorite has to be, without a
Okay.
doubt.
For me, I'm not that much of like a deep music listener. Like I kind of just pick up stuff and throw it in a playlist. Like there's no cohesion whatsoever. Like it just kind of goes anywhere and anywhere depending on how I feel about it. So I don't really have like loyalty to an artist. But I really like Tyler the Creator. I generally really like his stuff.
Yeah.
I like Lil Yachty. I like Migos. Like there's a couple artists that I go into and I like take from their albums and stuff usually, but I don't have like a favorite really.
Yeah.
Valid. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I would say Kendrick. I don't even listen. I haven't even.
Jeez.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I will say Kendrick. Um,
So
but
wait, you'll say Kendrick over J. Cole?
that's a whole different discussion. Wait,
Ah,
let me think. I
I
guess.
got it.
Cop out
Nah,
answer. Cop out.
I still say Kendrick.
Get controversial.
I'd say Kendrick, but like low key, I enjoy listening to J Cole a little bit more. Like J Cole has more songs to me that like I can listen to in a variety of like situations. With Kendrick, I feel like a lot of the songs I listen to have like a lot of like meaning and me in mind, like the lyricism and like read that is telling every single poem. I'm not always into like listening to that. Always like listening for like not saying like every single song he makes. That's at least how I do it. But with J Cole,
Mm.
there's the songs I could just kind of vibe, have different meanings to me based on like when it came. 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I could just, if I want to listen to like something a little more like not like serious, but like with like more meaning. He still has music. Like
Gotcha.
I still say Kendrick. I think that's just me.
He's
So
better.
I would say my favorite artist right now probably Mac Ayres, the R&B artist.
I'm about to say I've heard of Mac Ayres. He's valid. I like
Yeah,
him.
he's just a good singer. I'd be listening to him. That's
Valid.
my favorite right now.
We're gonna have to box on that Kendrick over J. Cole, but we'll get to that later. We'll talk about that off the
I see what you
podcast.
mean, but I see what you mean, but
Eee. Say Dreamville. Sorry. Anyway, next question. Right? If money did not matter, as in like it didn't exist or whatever, or you had unlimited amount of money, what job would you ultimately pick doing? Like, or not job? Like, what would you want to do if money did not matter? None of that. You ain't need to work, but you need to do something with your life. What would you choose?
yo, I'd be like the greatest Singer, rapper, musician,
Mm.
artist, known to
I can
man.
sing.
I
Oh,
would,
Hey, what crazy?
yo, I'd be singing my heart out, yo.
oh,
Like,
hold on now.
Talent time?
I'm
nah,
about
I
to
ain't gonna do it. I'm not
say.
gonna do it now. I'm not gonna do it now. But I'm telling you, yo, if none of that shit mattered, I'd be pouring my whole soul into that shit, bro.
I respect it. I'm probably the same way. Maybe not with singing. I would want to know how to sing, but definitely travel artist. I'm joining a band or jazz band, whatever. I'm going across the globe. I want to just perform
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, that too. I'm going everywhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
Uh,
me, probably YouTuber, definitely YouTuber.
valid.
That's me. Content, probably just whatever I'm interested at the time. I feel like as of now, I do like manga, anime content. But I feel like if I was like, let's say I had the freedom, I have a bunch of money, so I don't have to like necessarily think about like trying to create content that people like necessarily, but I could just make whatever content I want. I'd basically just do what some YouTubers do, which is that they just, you guys know like Wendigoon? You guys know him? No,
Yeah.
maybe
yeah,
you
I
do.
heard of him. Yeah.
Like but like he's a YouTuber. Basically, what he does is that he does like deep dive videos on like whatever topic kind of catches his interest at
Oh,
the time. He
yes,
does
yes.
documentary stuff. He does like conspiracy stuff. He did icebergs for a while. He'll kind of just hop around
Yeah.
based on his whatever caught his interest at the time. I feel like that'd be kind of content I would want to make more so in like short form videos. Like, oh man, I'm playing this video game. I'm like, oh, I really like the lore for this game, or I just do a let's play, or I'm like, oh, I really like the show. I'm talking about the show now. Reading this manga, really good, really good. Talk about that, etc., etc.
Hard. That's hard.
I would be. I think I'd be like a wildlife. I would just travel the world, all different animals.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you said I thought you could be like I think it's like a wildlife like keeper or something. Like you just start like exploring the Amazon rainforest. I'll be like you in nature. I ain't never seen you with the animal ever. But
It was
artist,
I just
Craven
gotcha.
the
draw.
Hunter. He said,
I would just draw
"That's me."
different, or I would just be like a person who just draws from like people or places or on the world, travel,
Hard.
or I'd be a baker.
That's valid.
Or
Okay, now I
Baker.
can see that. I can see. Yo, Christian be. We already know Christian be chefing it up. We saw over the summer he be, just cooking
He was
and
cooking
baking
up for us. He was cooking
and
up for us.
oh, and them brownies. I forgot. You need to next
Definitely
time
the
I'm in
brownies
Jersey,
are
bro.
wild.
I'm sliding for your brownies. Asad, if you there already, press him for his brownies. They are delicious. The best
Yeah,
brownies
he
I
never
think I've
told me
had.
nothing about no brownies.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
they
never
Damn,
did.
he's holding
good.
them
I
hostage,
haven't.
keeping them a
Nah,
secret.
It was a
he
band
keeping
thing.
Keeping.
It was a
Honestly, he
band thing.
exclusive,
gatekeeping like
bro.
crazy.
Yo,
Crazy.
crazy.
Great.
The
Yeah,
vault.
I'm
Oh,
telling you.
bro.
Press him. Just press him. Next time you see him, just be like, hey, run me them brownies, cuz. Run me them brownies.
Shit, if he tells me to get the shit, I'm gonna make him to do. I'm gonna make him do it. If he tells me
Hey,
get the ingredients, like if you need that shit, I'm gonna make you make it, Chris.
exactly.
I
And I'm gonna pop up right there too. I'm gonna be like, hey, so I heard he making brownies. I came all the
you
way
just
from
come.
Philly.
You just come around the corner out of nowhere.
I'll be like, hey. All right, last question is gonna transition into basically a whole new topic. So whoever wants to speak can speak. But I just want your initial thoughts on the Jada and Will situation, about everything she's saying about him, how she don't love him, she misses Tupac, the guy that's on your wall, all of that. It's kind
I,
of crazy.
hold on. So before I start saying anything, all right. How R-rated are we going? What's the rating on the podcast right now?
PG-13. So maybe a few cuss words.
Not
Maybe
PG. Come on now. Come
listen,
on
bro.
Oh yeah,
now.
no.
I got a
Julian, you gotta
job
chill.
now,
Julian, you
and
gotta
I
chill.
got
You gotta
parents.
chill. You gotta chill.
Yeah, you gotta chill.
You gotta
But
chill.
I got a job now, so we can't risk it.
Fine. I'll keep it lax. Let's just say, me personally, since Red Table Talk, what's his name? Mr. August. Since that incident,
Ooh,
I've been a
yeah.
major hater. We talking about on the levels of Joker and Batman. We're talking about Flash, Reverse Flash. We talking about Dio,
Oh,
JoJo's. We talking generational hater. I'm not a fan of the bald woman. I'm not a fan. This is the PG-13 version. Christian's heard a little bit of the PG-13 version. Whatever. Point
suitable
is,
for
the
anything.
family-friendly version. This is the family-friendly version. All right. I don't like her. I want to say succubus. She ain't that good looking. This demoness, gotta go. And then I saw a post a couple days ago. Will, he's over here like, oh, Jada's my best. Will, I need better. After all this shade, I can't hear you coming out here talking all friendly deadly. I need you to get back. Spin for your name. Will. Will Smith is
Yo,
failing me. I ain't even a crazy Will Smith fan, but he's fucking my shit up. He pissed me off. Piss me off.
Bel Air.
I can't.
Anymore, man. Asaad, what's your thoughts on the matter?
Couldn't agree anymore. I do not like the bald lady, bro. Yo, she is talking she's saying the wildest things on my man's name. The absolute wildest stuff. Yo, did you hear that they were like separate for like 7 years?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so crazy. I was like,
They were like
what?
together but separate? That's wild.
Wild.
Bro.
And then she
she's
had a
going
bad
like,
explanation for it too. She was like, "Oh, we didn't want to tell the public." I'm like, "You're telling them now." I mean, did you really want to keep it that private?
I mean, she's telling the public that and like a lot more, like
Yeah.
It's the fact that even her kids are starting to be like, "Yo, mom, you dragging it now. Mom, you kind of doing a lot now. You can
That's you
stop."
know what's bad. See, it has to be reason why it will piss me off more. Cause I'm like, you gotta be the one to be like, at least even if you don't want to say anything personally bad. I mean,
Nah, he
I
just
mean,
got to
listen.
stand up. He got to
no,
stand up.
no
He
shady.
stepped
He's
up with
not
the
beating the
slap.
cuck allegations like this. He's just not.
He
People have
stepped
been
up with the
fucking
slap.
crazy on him for a minute now. He's not beating them by being friendly. He's just not.
Nah, yeah, but I just want him to step up a little bit more.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
a,
like it just don't stop at that. Like even at that slap, she just sat there and laughed. Like what?
oh, what got me was that she talking about the slap, right? The slap incident, all that. She's like, yeah, I was surprised that he called me his wife. I was like, after this man is defending
Crazy
you,
line.
he's the bro. I was like, yo,
he's looking out for you, and you're like, bro,
people dragged
would've
his
done that.
name in the mud for years, like literally 2 to 3 years. They dragged this man talking about something. You shouldn't do that. I don't know, Grammys, Oscars, whatever it was. You shouldn't do that. I can't believe you do that at an all-black event. Da, 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 da. You don't act out in front of white people. Whatever. Everybody dragged his name, and you gonna come on national TV and be like, yeah, but I was surprised that he called me his wife. He didn't really have to do that. Like, girl, really,
how your loyalties lie.
bro. At that point,
Weirdo
nah.
over here.
I'm taking everything away. I'm taking everything I said away. I'm like, listen, Chris Rock, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slap you. You can, in fact, make fun of her bald head even more. I'm gonna plunger it, bro. Like,
Damn.
Yeah,
because at that point, you disregarded my help. I risked my name, my image. Everyone looked at me as Will Smith, and then after that point, said Will Smith, and you gonna still be like, yeah, we wasn't together for 7 years, so I was surprised he called me his wife. You still go by his last name. You Jada Pinkett Smith. Smith means you married, bro. Like, crazy.
She don't make no sense. She really doesn't. Then the Tupac stuff. The Tupac stuff is really interesting because one, she's obsessed with this guy, and like I was watching a video about it, and they were kind of like deep diving like one of her most recent interviews about it, and like how she was like, oh, he proposed to her, and they were kind of doing the timeline stuff, like when she said this happened, because it was like at Rikers or whatever. It was like, oh, he wasn't even there that long. One, two, he was already engaged, and so on and so forth. I'm just like, so you're just bullshit.
He's just lying.
You just hopping on the mic, just like anything happened, anything and everything happened all at once, right now. Yep. Mm-hmm. And like this obsession with Tupac is just like, one, you're married, but two, then why are you so obsessed with Tupac? Because she's saying, "Oh, I wasn't romantic. We were friends." I'm like, why are you so obsessed with a friend? He's been dead. No, no offense to anybody was like directly related or had a direct relationship with Tupac or whatever. But I'm like, he's been dead for a long time. Like, there's no way you're not over that by now. Like, he is.
Not only that, bro, let the man rest in peace. Like,
Yeah.
you still jacking his name, going on about Tupac, bro. He is sadly gone. He will be missed, but
That's that.
yeah, bro. Let him rest in peace. You bringing him into all this drama, he ain't even here.
Dead ass.
Bro can't
Yeah.
even defend himself.
Well, you just tell every story about him. It's just like, oh,
honestly, bro. I saw this one picture that was going on the internet. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna try to show y'all. But it's this one.
well. That's
Bruh, when I was talking about, I first saw this and started crying. I was like, "Ain't no way they did that." That was too funny.
They say internet's undefeated and continues to go undefeated.
That's too funny.
The actual picture is a little like, oh wait, Chris.
Oh, what would you guys do in this situation?
I'm getting vile.
Wait,
Bro.
I don't care
wait.
what
All right,
filter she
Julian, you
knows
go
about
first.
that in my closet. I'm going to war. Somebody is going down and it's not fit to be me. All right.
Bro,
Start what you doing?
A comedy tour, and it's just Jada. That's the name of the tour, Jada.
Listen, I'm not letting my name get dragged that much by my fucking wife. Oh, sorry, my fault.
I mean,
you could curse a little bit. It's fine. It's fine.
Nah, I want to keep it PG. Man, yeah, I would not like my wife saying that much stuff about me, and then her with like another man. Oh, it's gonna be a war.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable, bro.
See, I'm just leaving. I'm leaving the whole situation. I'm just being like, listen, my kids are grown now. I don't really need to put on this farce of a marriage. There's too many other bad gal out there, and I'm Will Smith.
You just need to have a
one girlfriend.
That's how I'm like, bro, I'm Will Smith, and there's a lot of beautiful women out there. Goodbye.
That's what
and
I'm
there's
saying.
a lot more of them that got hair.
Girlfriend.
So
fine.
Yeah, I just exited the situation. At that point, like it's been going on. Well, I don't know how long it's been going on, but it's probably going on for like
7 years, 8 years.
Or it's like, would you subject yourself to that much?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have heard like trying to like make it work, not like get a divorce.
Yeah,
but there was just too much.
It
was too much just like in his way, and I think it would be fine if just this ain't working out. And then with her acting the way she is, I'll just be like, hey, we don't gotta talk no more. Kids are grown, so we don't talk no more.
Exactly. Bruh, our kids are grown, already messed up Jaden enough.
Bro.
It's fine.
We're done.
It's fine. I was like, I've already messed him up enough. He's gonna be okay. You know, Willow's doing her thing. It's fine. I'm dipping out because I'm Will Smith, and I don't need to be here. I really don't.
He just doesn't. That's the craziest part. The craziest part is the only reason she can do this is because Will Smith refuses to just be like, no, I don't endorse anything she's saying, actually. Yeah. He said that one time, we'd be good. You don't even gotta say nothing crazy. He just needs to be like, no more Jada.
Very simple. Just
Facts. What's the other? Oh, so the other thing?
Yeah.
You want to talk? I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what the thing is. So you're gonna have to explain it for the viewers and me.
All right. So let's get into some dating topics. Go back to the old days of the podcast. All right. I'll just hop into the stories. All right. So first one, 48 oysters. All right. If I remember correctly, Asaad, you heard about this.
Yep.
Chris, you heard about this?
No.
Okay. So 48 oysters. So so this woman, I didn't see a picture of her, so I just throw that out there. But I didn't see a picture of her. But she goes The way she explains the story, she posts a TikTok about it, and like she goes on a date with this guy. This guy basically he gets her number and he's texting her, chatting her up, trying to like, get a date out of her. And eventually she's like, I bet we can go on a date. And she picks a place. He says, he specifies, let's go, let me get you a drink. Go out, drink, whatever, like a coffee date.
Yep, yep.
She offers, oh, let's go to this restaurant that sells oysters. This is important. They get there, they sit down, they order a drink each. Then she proceeds to order 4 sets of oysters, 4 different plates of 12 oysters, followed by potatoes. I don't even know what else it was with that. It was like potatoes and some other stuff, like a little secondary meal. After eating the 48 oysters, she's like she has video of her slurping up the oysters mid-date, camera in hand. All right, so she's dual wielding camera, oysters. All right, and then what happens is that like towards the end of the date, this guy, he's like, all right, let's get out of hand. Goes to the bathroom, leaves, and she hits him up, and she's like, how could you leave me mid-date, skipping out on the bill? He's like, bro, you ordered so much food. I'm not paying for that. I just offered to get you a drink. It's kind of crazy. And so he's like, I'll give you the money for the drink, but I'm not. And mind you, the bill came out to like $200. All right. So he did basically, she posts this video basically being like, yeah, he crazy for that. I'm like, you crazy for posting this? How you post yourself taking an L? Well, being an L and then taking an L.
Wait, so
how you do that?
Woman posted that?
Yes. Yeah, she posted
the video.
Delusion is a disease, ladies and gentlemen. Delusion is a disease.
Nah, it's actually pretty crazy.
Let's go on the line. Asaad, what you think about that first? You go first.
Listen. Y'all know that seafood is not cheap. Seafood's not cheap, and I know that she knew that seafood isn't cheap too, and she was told beforehand that they were just getting drinks. So why are you coming in and ordering 48 oysters?
Okay, yeah.
48 oysters.
That's crazy.
$200. First date.
First date is.
I didn't eat.
That's the craziest part. The craziest part is this entire time she's devouring full meals. He's just sitting there with his one drink. Like, what is she doing?
Like,
at the end of the day, y'all could talk. That's my thing too. At the end of the day, y'all could talk about guy pay for this, girl pay for that, spend about all that. I don't care about none of that. What the one thing that caught me off guard was when you said 48 oysters. Ain't nothing happening after that because your breath gonna stink like crazy.
That's
bro. Like ain't no way I'm going on a first date. I'm trying my hardest to make sure no bodily issues go wrong. If my stomach don't hurt, I'm keeping all the gas in check. Looking nice, smelling nice. Got a fresh haircut. All of that. First date, just for a little drink and some conversation, and you gonna get almost 48 oysters, and you go, and eating oysters isn't like a clean thing either. You gotta use your hands, gotta slurp it, and then you spitting everywhere. It's not clean. And you gonna do that 48 times on the first date. You not trying to represent yourself well. You really trying to use me for a meal. So
I mean, she does specify that she wasn't really interested in him because they're like, he's trying to get at her and she's not interested. So like that's probably the reason why she did this. And she was just like, oh, I'm just getting a meal out of him. But I'm like, that's even crazier. Not
even a meal.
Yeah,
that's
like
I'm so surprised.
I'm about to say that makes it way worse, honestly.
You basically disrespected him the whole time and were like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat and just gonna sit there and then I'm gonna leave. I'm like, yeah, you left. Duh.
I just want to paint a picture in your. Imagine you're sitting across, date your lady, you're having a nice conversation, you guys are vibing. Then she orders her food. You got a plate of oysters, 12. You're like, I'm not really into oysters like that, but whatever, sure. Then she eats the oysters. Maybe you thought she would eat.
While she's recording. She's recording.
And you think maybe she's gonna eat like 6 and then not finish a plate. Nah, she eats the whole plate. In fact, she orders another plate. And 10 minutes later, she eats another plate. another one. And then what, like 30 minutes later, you're like 4 plates deep into 48 oysters. You're looking at her like, hey, I thought we were getting drinks. What's going on?
And then she orders more food. Great. At that point, I'd be like, bro, ain't no way.
I'm doing the same thing the guy did. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for my drink. I got your drink, and you have a good night. Have a good
Honestly,
night.
because 200, bro.
Bruh,
Yeah,
$200.
that's so
The thing is though, $200 is a lot, right? A lot for a first date. I'm not
so
saying it
much
isn't,
money.
but
So
it's different. It's different if y'all were like, oh, let's go out to dinner, and y'all both were like, I don't know, wealthy or whatever, and it's like, oh, you got like
Yeah.
steak and steak fries and like a few drinks, and it round up to $200. That makes more sense. But you alone on just like oysters or whatever and food is crazy.
yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
crazy.
Absolutely.
I
And
know.
And the
But
fact that she posted it, she thought she was gonna get a whole bunch of support. No, you
Nah,
crazy.
bro. That's insane.
it's
Don't
actually
don't get some
literally,
gum.
am I
Use
the
the
asshole
bathroom, bro.
post? Am I crazy for eating all those oysters?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, absolutely yes. But okay, so that was that situation. The other thing that was a little crazy in the dating world, right? Another woman, right? This guy and this girl, they set up a date. They go. I'm explaining how the video explains it, basically, right? They get to a restaurant, right? They get there. The guy gets out the car. That Cheesecake Factory. Woman's recording. He gets out the car. She stays in the car. Her. He brought me to the Cheesecake Factory. That's crazy. He think I'm gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory, right? She's like, bro, I'm not. She's not fucking with it. The guy, right? She rolls on the window. Crazy that okay, mind you, this is his car. So it's kind of crazy that he's like knocking on the door to his own car to like talk to her, right? She rolls out the window. He's like, did you want me to like open the door for you or something? And she's like, you brought me to Cheesecake Factory. I'm not going in there. I'm not getting out. And then he like notices like, oh, you're recording me? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, you know, we'll talk about this. And so he gets back in the car. And he sits down and basically talk about it. And so she's basically like, I'm too good for Cheesecake Factory. I look too good for Cheesecake Factory. I'm not a I'm not a judgmental man. All right. I'm not a guy who shames anybody for their appearances.
That's cap. That's cap. Come on, bro.
Okay, fine. Okay, I saw what going around it. All right, she's not too good for Cheesecake Factory. Actually, she's right at home at Cheesecake Factory. All right, affordable eats. Affordable
Right
eats.
at home is crazy.
Affordable eats. She's in the sheen green dress, purple lipstick, a little bit on the larger
Oh,
side. No offense to my larger ladies, but she's not. She's not. Out of 10, she's not.
Oh my!
We get the
Bro, the
we
green
get the
and
point.
the
We get the
purple.
point. We get the point.
Bro, the green and the purple got it, bro.
She's not
nah.
passing a 6 at the max. I don't think she was a 6 this day, but she could be a 6.
The green and purple just don't go.
I'm
That's
about to
Bro,
say
point
it's
is,
giving.
she's over here hyping herself up, right? Because I wouldn't come this crazy if she wasn't being disrespectful, because she was definitely disrespecting this guy, right? Especially Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory has treated me to many good meals. All right. So the fact that you're coming for this restaurant, this establishment, I take that as disrespect to me. Cause I go there. Right. So I'm like, the way you talk about this place, like, oh, I could never go there. I'm like, you're an average looking person. You're just a normal person that I would see around down the street. And I would be like, oh, she exists. So the idea that you're like, oh, I'm on a level beyond Cheesecake Factory, like I need to go to somewhere like she specifies she can't go to chain restaurants. This is something she specifies in the conversation. I'm like, and then what happens is that the guy basically explains, like, oh, you've been kind of disrespectful this whole time on the date. Because he specifies one, I guess he's a little bit financially well endowed, because he specifies like, oh, initially we were gonna go to this other fancier I guess local restaurant, right? And she got hyper over this. Like he mentioned this place named Ari, and she's like, "Oh, we should go here. You should." She tells him, "Book a reservation right for there right now." I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? But he explains like, "Oh, for one, you were an hour late to the date," and then she want to call excuses. She's like, "Oh, I had work late." I'm like, I feel like you didn't tell him this because he specifies like, "Oh, I got there and I like waited for you for an hour. Didn't invite me up." She's like, "Oh, we're not close enough for that." And he's like, "Oh, when I walked you to the car, you didn't like hold my hand or anything." First off, beta sentence to say. No offense, of course, but that's
Oh
just
my
kind of crazy.
goodness.
Like, "Oh, you didn't hold my hand, walk into the car." I'm like, that's kind of crazy sentence. But truth be told, it's true. And then, you're showing that we're not that close for a first date. But apparently, we're close enough for a first date that I'm spending Ari money. What? And he says that, like, "Oh, because we were an hour late, by the time we got to the car, the reservation was already passed. Like, we wouldn't have been able to make it. So I had to I rescheduled the date to Cheesecake Factory." Reasonable guy. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like we're being a little hasty," because he's at this point, he's like, "All right, I'm sticking home." She's like, "Oh, I feel like we're being a little hasty, yada yada." I'm like, whoa. The tone changes the moment she realizes he was really considering taking her to a fancy restaurant. Now she wants to be like, "Oh, my bad. Maybe we got off to the wrong foot, yada yada yada." Respect to this guy for taking her home because
It's,
Well, you wait,
even
would you
though
just have
not
left her there?
it's his car.
I mean,
It's not in his car, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really fucked up for him to get the fuck out and then him just
Honestly,
leave.
that'd be crazy.
That
You drive in
would
there and
that
be
would
like,
be
"I get out."
it'd be super crazy. All I'm saying is that Andrew Tate would be proud. Andrew Tate would be very proud if he did that. If he did
Oh, gosh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
he
yeah.
probably, yeah.
He'd be jumping
Yeah.
up for joy.
that. He'd
Toxic.
be like, "Let's go." That's an alpha right there.
Oh my goodness, that's a crazy story. But I'm not surprised by that though, because that's something that's very common. Like that happens quite often though.
Yeah,
So
what's wrong with the Cheesecake
Suppose
Factory,
so.
though?
honestly
Suppose
though,
so.
there's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Like,
But
it's
Asaad,
just
what
like,
you think about that?
It's. I was talking to a friend about it. It's like this is like the normal person's, the middle classes person's fancy restaurant. Like it's fancy enough. Like if you're not used to going Cheesecake Factory every day or something, it's pretty decent. Has a wide variety of food. Gets a little upscale somewhat. Good.
look,
I think it's fine.
2 people, Cheesecake Factory, appetizer, entree, drink,
Yeah, cheesecake
over $100.
right
Oh,
there.
Over $100 easy. Plus tip and everything.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing. You gotta respect it,
Honestly, that's the
And
thing
Exactly.
it's
too.
good food.
It could be worse. You want to go to
Exactly.
non-chain restaurants? I could take you to the local diner. You feel
The
me?
local diner. I mean, don't get in the
Exactly.
local diner. Local diner is not bad sometimes.
Oh,
Just
it's
gotta
not.
know.
But
Oh,
is it upscale? Definitely not.
Absolutely
The
not.
family's been
Absolutely not.
running it for the past 75 years.
See a couple
Yeah.
old people sitting across from you.
Exactly.
They're
I could take you there.
definitely not rich old people. They are just
You
Old.
got the
old
regulars.
people.
They got the regulars. They'll be like, "Oh, Tim, you want the regular? I can make it up for you right now, right in the back."
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
and that's not a chain restaurant, so you could go there, right?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. But she was just too brazen about it. Like that's
That's
the reason why I
true.
had to point out. Like he was being a little bit nice to her. 'Cause I'm like,
Well,
she was disrespecting him.
is
I was gonna
she
have to get disrespectful because
is she like Is she wealthy? Is she making a lot of money?
come on now. Come on.
Just because
Sheen
Uh,
dress. Sheen
Green and
dress.
purple.
green and
usually,
purple. Listen, money don't buy style. Look, you can look at Elon Musk. That dude can't
usually I
dress.
don't assume, but in
So,
this case,
I
I
That
know.
is true.
assume
Adam
she's.
Sandler.
Maybe she
She's
can on a
definitely
get paid.
she definitely has less money than this guy does. I feel like just based on like the conversation style that's happening, I feel like she probably has less money than he does, and so she's kind of like, oh, I'm the prize, so I don't have to do anything for you to spend money on me. I'm
that's
like,
fair. I
that's
get
crazy.
that. My only thing is like, if I get you are the prize, but definitely understand like what I don't know how to phrase this. But like, if you want a guy that makes six figures, then you should also be making six figures or near it, right? Like, if you don't have a job and you want a guy that makes six figures, that's kind of unfair, the way I see it. And
Well,
exactly, you attract
it
what
creates
you
a
are.
power
Exactly,
dynamic.
exactly.
Like you're good. Well, I guess the better way I put it is that like if you're looking for a six-figure guy without money when you don't have money, you pretty much gotta like just understand that like, oh, I'm a commodity. Like he is almost strictly here just because I look good, and that I'm gonna have to fight for my position if I want to keep it. Like I feel like her attitude is not conducive to her maintaining some really wealthy guy who technically could have options, as you know, a person who's wealthy is generally a is valuable on the dating marketplace.
That's true. It is a tricky subject though, because there are some guys that are a little bit iffy about like if their girl makes more money than them or makes like a lot more money or whatever. And some guys don't care, some guys do. So
I will
it's
go to the
like
kitchen if the lady makes more money than me. It's okay. It's okay.
he said, I'll be a
Hey,
stay-at-home dad real quick.
he can buy me Spider-Man too. I'm still waiting. Still waiting.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
She
you're
can buy
saying
me
that you
that.
can buy me
Hey, that
PS5
doesn't sound that
games
bad to me.
and PS Plus.
We're
I'll do
hey,
whatever you say, honestly.
just
Hey, man,
because you make
$70
different
game.
amounts of money does not
Honestly,
take anything away from
$100
how hard you work. Different jobs give different rates. Jobs require different. Don't feel bad about who's making more money, as long as you're both contributing.
True. And be a nice
Because
person. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, basically. That's it.
Show some
Be
basic kindness. It will get you a
Like,
long way. She could have gotten to Ari on the second date, actually not been disrespectful.
so mean, so mean.
Yeah, it's easy.
honestly. Or she could have gone to the fancy place, talked to him, and found out he's an Andrew Tate stan. Next thing you know, he don't want you to do anything for yourself. Now you in a
crazy
toxic
too.
relationship. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to say, always, get to know the person and their intentions. Both
Mm.
go hand in hand, but be kind about it. You don't gotta be rude or mean.
Yeah.
Also feel like
Also, I feel
better
like people who are like
communication.
very there was actually there was another video also, like a third video. No, I think there's a lot of actually no what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But there's a lot of this other woman basically is like, oh, I don't do these certain kinds of dates. Like I don't do coffee dates. I don't do like let's just hang out, let's like go watch a movie at my place and so on and so forth. She's listing off a bunch of like basic, like the very basic, like I guess you could say like the everybody says this kind of date kind of thing. She's like, I can't do these kinds of dates. Like, you need to have a plan. Like, you can't say, let's hang out. Don't ask me for plans. Like, oh, what do you want to do? That sort of thing. I'm like, so extra. Just, you're doing so much. Like,
Don't ask what you want to do. That's my favorite question. My girlfriend hates it, but that's my favorite question. I'll be like, so what do you want to eat? Because I genuinely don't care. I'm
That's
good with whatever.
see,
So
I'm pretty good for I don't really, I'm very low maintenance. So for me, if you want to entertain me on any given day, just be like, want to get some pizza? I'd be like, bro, you
sure.
just said my peak. That's peak for me right there. Pizza? That's it.
about any
Nah, but
thoughts,
only that she's missing out.
Huh?
thoughts aside.
The whole food situation.
Yeah, we're just like right now.
Yeah. You see, I'm also pretty low maintenance. Like whatever, like whatever my girlfriend says she wants to eat, I'll just agree with it and be like, all right. And I always ask her, what do you want first? What do
Mm,
you want? But
yeah,
most of the time, it's just, I don't know. What do you want?
Exactly.
And then we
But
go back. We just go back and forth.
that is how it goes though. Pretty much
always.
from for me and my girlfriend, it kind of goes like this. Like I'll ask her, and usually she'll have an idea. If she doesn't, I'll just have to like go down the list of things. I'd be like, all
Yeah,
right, do you
yeah,
want
yeah.
do you want a burger? Do you want chicken? Do you want like pasta, like real food? And we just slowly go down that until we find what she wants. And I'd be like, all right, we can get that.
Y'all better
Yeah,
than
it's
me.
like a process of elimination type. You know.
Y'all better
Yeah.
than me. I'll be like, so what do you want? She'd be like, I don't know. What do you want? I'm like, no, here's the difference. I don't care. You want something. I know you want something. I can feel it in my bones you want something. You just don't want to tell me. what do you want? I don't care. She's like, no, but like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't care. I'll eat whatever. Literally, I eat everything, so it's fine. And she'll be like, oh, so I want this. I'm like, exactly. All right, we'll get that. Because the whole list thing, because like I said, I can't create a list because I don't really. I eat
Nah,
everything. So I just be like,
you gotta go down like cravings, like
yeah, oh yeah.
you gotta
Now
start
that
basic, and then you gotta go down. You gotta get to the root of it,
And the root of the
because
problem.
I'll name stuff that I want. I'll name like a whole bunch of stuff that I want, and I'll be like, no, I don't know, no to everything. But you
Yeah,
gotta be slow.
pretty much. It's like and for me, I like me and my girlfriend. We basically just like basic foods generally. Only thing we like really don't see eye and eye on is like pasta. She really likes pasta. I don't really care for pasta. So like outside of that, we pretty much are like, oh, the basic things, and we kind of just hit an equilibrium somewhere down the line of the basic
Gotcha.
stuff.
How about you, Christian?
How are you in your
Well, can't speak for right now, but in past situations, basically, basically,
I'm sorry.
basically, I would
just
just
on the spot? Damn.
I would just see, the thing is, like, what I've noticed is that with a lot of girls, not just like people I've talked to together with, but like friends too, is that they have like what they want to eat, but it's kind of like they have like their own menu of their own, and like everything you're saying is just not on that menu. You kind of have to like pick the right one, but really, I don't even know how to explain. Basically, I would just be like, "You want this?" I would just be like, I would just keep. I don't know. It depends on the context. They already ate like a lot. That one probably don't want.
Yeah,
That's also true.
But it can't be too
Yeah.
risky because then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know if I like that." But it can't be too safe because then it'll be like, "Oh, but I've
Yeah.
already had
Oh,
that a lot of
that
times."
line.
So then you just gotta find the right one.
That
I don't know really what, but it's always, do you want that? You gotta be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
There's a lot
That's
of
true. You spend.
variables.
Like
And
I
that's just
said,
dinner.
it's also honestly that's just dinner. Then you
food is
got the place.
food.
Then you got
Food
the
is
date.
food.
You get the date location. Then you got the time. Then you got how to get there. Everything. Every decision.
Yep. Pretty much. Yeah.
Every
But
girl's
nah, it's
different.
fun. That's true.
It's a no more.
Also true. True.
Honestly, and
You'll
like
get
Asaad
there,
says,
Christian. One day. I believe in you.
listen to all the ladies. Listen to all the single ladies. Listen to this.
He's
W
still
man. See
available.
W
He's going to be on
man.
the market much
Foxy.
longer. Hopefully.
Exactly. He's not Cheesecake Factory ugly. He's a hardworking man, so he got money.
Work very hard.
Well,
Yep.
yeah,
Cheesecake
sure.
Factory ugly is a different kind of insult.
I said he's not.
I'm just saying. You just made a new insult. I will be putting that in the bank. Somebody on the internet's about to get hit with something
Factory
new.
ugly.
Cheesecake Factory ugly is crazy, bro.
I kid. It's only a joke.
Nah, that's funny. That's funny.
We stopping it here or?
Yeah, I got the meeting I gotta get to.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I
All
think
right,
it's a good spot.
any
Like
quick
we've
closing
hit a number
thoughts?
of topics.
Asaad, has been great
Cool.
having you on the podcast. We gotta have
Has
you
been
again.
great.
We have to have you again. I would say it's a
Nah, for
vibe.
sure.
It's
Yep.
in person too. That's gonna be funny too.
Oh yeah, in person would be great.
Yo, this was great. Like this was a nice. I had a nice time, y'all.
That's good. Thank you. Again, thank you for taking the time out to be here and everything. Do you got any final thoughts, any closing statements you want to say to the people watching or listening or anything?
Cheesecake Factory's not that bad. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, go to
Love it.
Cheesecake Factory.
It's good. Go to Cheesecake Factory. It's good. Wow.
So yeah, this is
Nice,
episode.
Julian.
Oh no,
I was about to say, Julian, you got anything? You want them to What do you want
I
to do this
really
week?
don't like Jada. I just wanted to I gotta leave on a little bit of hate. I don't like that woman. I just don't like her. We could squabble. Let me catch you in the streets. Throw out the boxing
Crazy.
gloves. We getting the ones in. And Will won't do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for him. Doing it
So
for the people.
we're gonna redact that statement of him possibly beating a woman and move on.
Oh, I didn't say I was going to assault her. I said we will get in the ring on the street and we will get the ones in. We will run the ones. It will be a fair and equal 1v1.
Yep, in basketball. Christian.
Hopefully next episode I will not have as many technical difficulties. Hope you enjoy my little waffle icon. Yeah, this episode.
I don't know.
We probably
is-
shouldn't count them.
This
Counting
is
them
an
is not a good
episode
idea.
of the Campfire Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Comment if you
Probably.
like it. Follow. And yeah, have a
Look out for the shorts. Have a good day. Say hello to your mom, cat, dog, whoever. Your sister, your cousins, and yeah, do something nice. We'll see y'all in a month from now.
Probably.
peace.
Adios.
See ya.